Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Break. Go 58 to the right. Ricky. Shift. Rush in. Watch the twist. Check 37. Check out. Ready.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Ready.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
80 weapon. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Under 10. 10. Kill. Check. Fire.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Space to maneuver at the 40. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 23 yards the pickup there.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side, but how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, if you bring your tight end over there. Either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
Slam. Joker. Snap.
Now a handoff looking right. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
What we got? 22 jet bomber.
2nd and 9 now. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Chris Jones in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Yellow.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout call. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. James. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Come get some. Come on, come get some.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. On play action, it's Mahomes. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 36.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. A shotgun give to Fournette. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Big series right here. We got to step.
Hey, 43, 43, 15.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Miles Jack picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Jaguars take first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check 24. Check 24. Get it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You draw Corker.
They'll set up a throw. And going deep for Hill. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 57 yards.
Jaguars first down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
Let's go.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Chiefs' 6-yard line.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
At the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now here's Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Rebutt. Mike 13. Delta. 13. He's coming.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. James has got it. Complete. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. Couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Yo.
You're out. Hey, Alpha. 5.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's Hill, complete. Touchdown, Jaguars! Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game.
Play to win. Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's one they certainly wish they had back, a loss of 8.
Ready. 10-2 saw.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Check 15. Check 15.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here's James. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On the ground, it's James. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. On 2nd down now. It's James. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Attack!
25, check 12 team Smith.
On 2nd down, it's James. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Yellow. Let's go, Lou, Eddie.
Let's go. Check in. Hey, check.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. The quick slant caught. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
Begin. SOS. Hey, alert 3.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2.
You got tight.
They'll try and run for it. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. The extra point up and good, and we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. And they've got it 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, pick your game up. Kill. Check safety.
61, matchbox lights.
Watch out. Hey, watch it.
Now they try the right side here. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 46 yards on the ground.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Slam. Check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Set 90 Wolf.
Watch the safety creep.
They'll try the left side. Norton. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. An 8-yard touchdown run. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw, it's Mahomes. Rolling to his right. He finds his man Johnson. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Mahomes firing complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 27-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, Mahomes. Johnson's got it complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. This has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Mahomes to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Mahomes. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. As they are now just an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused, because they still have some work to do?
Fielded about a yard deep.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Shit.
Ready?
Now a handoff here to his running back. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Let's get off the field, D. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Now.
They'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 41-yard line.
Come on, set. 10 over.
I'm scared. Check.
Chopper.
And they give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now a handoff looking right. And an alley to run. The 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 27 yards there, a 1st down. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
Get ready.
Let's go. 50, plant.
Coming to you, coming to you.
On first down, it's Norton. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now here's a timeout, as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So now the onus will fall on the shoulders of Josh Lambo.
A 30-yard attempt.
And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness. Heartache. It's no good. Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.
I just got bags from Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When it come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and ain't my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock.